Pain today, power tomorrow. There comes a moment in everyone's life when the weight feels unbearable, when every step forward feels like you're dragging chains behind you, when progress is slow, results are invisible, and the voice in your head whispers, "Why am I even doing this?" That moment, right there, is where most people stop. But it's also the exact place where power is born. Pain today becomes power tomorrow. The hidden truth about pain. Pain is often misunderstood. We see it as something negative, something to avoid, escape, or numb. But pain is not your enemy. Pain is a signal. Pain is a teacher. Pain is the fire that forges something stronger inside you. Think about it. Muscles grow by being torn and rebuilt. Confidence grows by facing fear repeatedly. Wisdom grows through mistakes and failures. Nothing meaningful comes without discomfort. The problem is not pain itself. The problem is how we interpret it. Most people see pain as a sign to stop. Winners see pain as a sign they're growing. The illusion of easy success. We live in a world obsessed with quick results. Social media shows highlights, not the struggle. It shows success, not sacrifice. It shows the finish line, not the endless miles before it. But behind every strong person is a story of pain, late nights, rejections, failures, self-doubt, loneliness. You don't see those parts, but they're always there. There is no shortcut to power. There is no easy road to greatness. If it feels hard, it's because it matters. Why pain feels so heavy? Pain feels heavy because it forces you to confront yourself, not the version of you that's comfortable, not the version that avoids risk, but the real version, the one that has potential but hasn't fully stepped into it yet. Pain asks questions like, how bad do you really want this? Will you keep going when no one is watching? Are you willing to become someone different? That's why most people run, because pain doesn't just hurt your body, it challenges your identity. The breaking point. Everyone reaches a breaking point, a moment where quitting feels easier than continuing. Maybe it's when you failed one too many times, you feel like no one believes in you, you're exhausted mentally and emotionally. Progress feels invisible. At that point, you have two choices: walk away and return to comfort, stay and transform. Walking away brings temporary relief, but staying builds permanent strength, because the breaking point is not the end, it's the beginning of your transformation. Pain is building something you can't see yet. When you're going through something difficult, it often feels pointless. You don't see results, you don't feel stronger, you don't feel closer to your goal. But something is happening beneath the surface. You are building discipline when you don't feel like continuing, resilience when things don't go your way, mental toughness when everything feels against you, character when no one is watching. These things don't show immediately, but one day they will. And when they do, you'll realize that the pain wasn't wasting your time, it was preparing you. The shift from pain to power. Pain becomes power the moment you stop resisting it. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What is this trying to teach me?" Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is making me stronger." That shift changes everything. Because now, struggle becomes training. Failure becomes feedback. Discomfort becomes growth. You stop being a victim of pain and start becoming a student of it. The discipline advantage. Motivation fades. It always does. You won't always feel inspired. You won't always feel confident. You won't always feel ready. That's where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's waking up when you're tired. It's continuing when you're discouraged. It's showing up when no one else would. And yes, it's painful. But that pain is temporary. The power you gain from discipline, that stays with you forever. Embrace the struggle. There's a strange truth about life. The things that challenge you the most are the things that change you the most. Avoid struggle and you stay the same. Embrace struggle and you evolve. Every obstacle you face is shaping you into someone stronger. Every hardship is adding another layer to your strength. Every moment you don't quit is building your future self. The future version of you. Imagine a version of yourself 1 year from now. Stronger, more confident, more disciplined, more focused. That version of you exists. But they are waiting for you to go through the pain required to become them. They are built through early mornings you didn't want, efforts that went unnoticed, days when you felt like giving up but didn't. Your future self is not created overnight. They are built one painful, disciplined decision at a time. Why most people never reach their potential? It's not because they're not capable. It's because they avoid pain. They quit too early. They choose comfort over growth. They want results without sacrifice. But greatness doesn't work that way. To become powerful, you must be willing to go where others won't. You must be willing to endure what others avoid. You must be willing to keep going long after it stops being easy. Pain is temporary. Power is permanent. Here's the truth most people don't realize. Pain doesn't last forever. The struggle you're going through right now, it will pass. The difficulty you're facing, it will end. But the strength you gain from it, that becomes part of who you are forever. The turning point. There will come a day when everything starts to make sense. The struggles, the failures, the pain. You'll look back and realize it made you stronger. It made you wiser. It made you unstoppable. And most importantly, it made you into someone you're proud of. Keep going. Right now, you might be in the middle of the struggle. You might feel tired. You might feel discouraged. You might feel like giving up. But this is not the end of your story. This is the part where you grow. This is the part where you build strength. This is the part where you decide who you're going to become. So don't quit. Don't walk away. Don't choose comfort over your future. Because the pain you feel today is creating the power you'll carry tomorrow. Endure the pain, embrace the struggle, and trust the process. Because the strongest version of you is being built right now. Motivational story. The rain hadn't stopped for 3 days. It tapped relentlessly against the cracked window of a small room where Dara sat on the edge of his bed, staring at his worn-out shoes, the kind of shoes that had walked too far, endured too much, and still had miles left to go. Just like him. Dara was 23, but life had already aged him, not in years, but in weight. The weight of expectations, failures, and dreams that refused to come true. He clenched his fists. "Why is it so hard?" he whispered. No one answered. Dara had a dream, to become someone more. Not famous, not rich, just better. Better than the boy who grew up being told he wasn't good enough. Better than the version of himself who quit too early. Better than yesterday. So he tried. Every morning he woke up before sunrise. While the world slept, he studied, trained, worked, pushing himself beyond what felt comfortable. But nothing seemed to change. No results, no recognition, no breakthrough. just pain. One evening, after another long day of effort that felt meaningless, Dara walked home slowly. His body was exhausted, but his mind was worse. He passed by a group of people laughing in a cafe. For a moment, he envied them. Their lives seemed easy, light. Maybe I'm just not meant for this, he thought. That night, he sat on his bed again, staring at the same shoes. I'm done, he said quietly. And for the first time in months, he allowed himself to consider quitting. The next morning, Dara didn't wake up early. He stayed in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling empty. Hours later, he forced himself outside, not to train, but just to walk. No purpose, no direction. That's when he saw him, an old man sitting by the roadside, repairing a broken bicycle. His hands were rough, his movements slow but steady. Dara watched for a moment, then asked, "Why fix something so old? Wouldn't it be easier to just get a new one?" The old man smiled without looking up. "Easier, yes, but not stronger." Dara frowned. "What do you mean?" The man paused, then looked at him. "This bicycle has been through years of use. Every scratch, every broken part, I fix it. Not because it's easy, but because it becomes stronger each time." He pointed at Dara. "You're like this bicycle." Dara sat down beside him. "I don't feel stronger," he admitted. "I feel tired, like everything I do doesn't matter." The old man nodded. "Pain feels like that," he said. "Heavy, pointless, endless." He tightened a bolt on the bicycle. "But pain is not punishment. It's preparation." Dara stayed silent. "You think your efforts are wasted because you don't see results," the man continued. "But strength doesn't always show immediately." He tapped the bicycle. "Each repair makes this stronger, even if you can't see it right away. The same is happening to you." Those words stayed with Dara. Pain is not punishment, it's preparation. That night, he looked at his shoes again. They were still worn, still tired, but now they looked different. They weren't a symbol of struggle anymore. They were proof that he hadn't stopped. The next morning, Dara woke up before sunrise again. Not because he felt motivated, but because he understood something new. He trained harder, studied longer, pushed further, but this time he didn't expect immediate results. He embraced the pain. Every drop of sweat became a reminder, this is building me. Every moment of doubt became a test. Will I continue? And he did. Day after day, week after week, months passed. Slowly, things began to change. Not all at once, not dramatically, but noticeably. He became stronger, more focused, more confident. The same struggles were still there, but they no longer controlled him, because Dara had changed. One evening, as the sun set, Dara walked past the same cafe. The same laughter echoed from inside, but this time he didn't feel envy. He felt something else. Pride. Not because he had made it yet, but because he didn't quit. Later that night, he stood in front of a mirror. For the first time in a long time, he smiled. Not at what he had achieved, but at who he had become. He finally understood. The pain he felt before, the struggle, the doubt, it wasn't holding him back, it was building him up. Dara sat on his bed one last time, looking at his shoes. They were still worn, but now they carried power, because every step, every struggle, every painful moment had shaped him into someone stronger. The pain you feel today is not your weakness. It's the foundation of the power you'll carry tomorrow. The best lesson from pain today, power tomorrow. The most powerful lesson is simple but life-changing. Pain is not your enemy. It is your training. Most people run from pain because it feels uncomfortable, unfair, and exhausting. But the truth is, pain is the process that transforms you. It's the bridge between who you are now and who you're capable of becoming. Dara didn't become stronger when things got easier. He became stronger when he chose not to quit while things were hard. The deeper meaning. Pain tests your commitment. Struggle builds your discipline. Failure teaches you what success never could. If everything were easy, you wouldn't grow. If there were no struggle, there would be no strength. The real shift. The lesson is not to avoid pain, but to change how you see it. Instead of saying, "This is too hard," say, "This is making me stronger." Temporary pain creates permanent power. What you're going through right now may feel heavy, slow, and even meaningless, but it is shaping you in ways you can't yet see. Don't escape the pain, use it, because inside today's struggle is tomorrow's strength. Here are 10 powerful quotes inspired by pain today, power tomorrow. The pain you feel today is the strength you will rely on tomorrow. Growth begins where comfort ends, and pain is the doorway. Every struggle you survive is a layer of power you gain. Don't run from pain, run through it. Temporary pain creates permanent strength. The hardest days are building the strongest version of you. Pain is not stopping you, it's shaping you. You don't become powerful by avoiding hardship, but by overcoming it. Behind every strong person is a story of pain they refused to surrender to. Endure today's struggle, and tomorrow you'll stand unbreakable.